Hi everyone, in this video I would like to show you a trick that might help you in your image editing process if you use AI to edit your images. Sometimes when we edit our images with AI, we might run into problems. Let's say you got some text like I have here. It has to say tequila lime, but instead it says Teorilla line, so it's incorrect. What you might ask is, you might provide a reference image of this can, and that looks correctly, and you might simply ask to fix the text on the bottom of the can. Sometimes it will work, but sometimes it might not work. It might not work because of two possible issues. Sometimes AI just gets fixed on the visual element that it already has in the image, and it just refuses changing it. For example, it often happens when your incorrect image, so basically this one, looks very similar to the correct image. So for example, in our case, the discrepancy between the correct words and incorrect words is very small. It's basically several very small letters. And AI might not just be able to change only these specific letters. It might keep the image looking exactly as it is. It might just refuse to update the image properly. Even if you provide the highest quality reference image that shows how exactly the text or visual element you want fixed should look, even if you provide all this, it might still not be able to fix it because it just gets fixed on what's already in the image, because it works with what it already sees in this image. And how you can solve this problem is, instead of working with usual base image that you want to fix with this incorrect text, there is a very simple trick that will allow you avoid this issue. And this trick is a simple paint or mask or anything else that you will just put on a problematic area. What it will give us is AI, instead of working with what it already sees, instead of reworking these letters and the base visual, it will has to generate it from scratch based on what it sees in the reference image. And in the reference image, we only have correct text. So it means the AI will not have incorrect and correct text in front of it. It will only be able to see the correct text. And in that case, you will be 100% sure that it will certainly update the incorrect information, because it simply will not see the incorrect version and will not be able to get stuck on it. Another benefit of this trick is that instead of reworking your existing image, so for example, instead of reworking this area in this base image, it will have to generate it from scratch, which means you will avoid losing the high quality of the image. Because if AI, specifically if Google Nano Banana 2 or Nano Banana Pro work on, edit some image, they work with the pixels that are already in this image. And with each edit, you lose some of the original quality. So originally, the image will have 100% quality. Then when you edit it, the quality will drop to 80%, then to 60, etc. And at some point, you will start seeing artifacts, grain, and other visual problems or inconsistencies. And this trick solves this problem, because when you paint the area you're trying to edit, paint or cover or simply erase, the point is AI should not see this area so that it generates it from scratch. In that case, it will always be 100% quality, because instead of reworking what you already have, AI will have to generate that part from scratch. That is why this trick is very useful, and it will help your images stay high quality even after editing. but it requires a reference image. Keep in mind that in such cases, you will not be able to explain what should be there. In such cases, you will need to provide a reference image. And in my case, I have a good reference image. Here it is. And that is why you will need a reference image as well if you paint the problematic area. But if you have a reference image, that's the best way to edit your images, because you will both be sure that the part that you want to fix will get fixed and AI will not keep what was already wrong, and you will make sure that the quality of that fixed part will be 100%, because AI will not rework what you already had, but will generate everything from scratch based on the reference image you provide. Hope it was useful. Hope that you'll be able to implement this and will be able to create higher quality and better images more easily. If you have any questions, just leave them down below, and wishing you a nice day. Bye bye.